Everyone is in their seats here at the Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia. For the Miami Heat, they won their last contest, that game against the Hawks. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
Yeah, and in that game, Kevin, I thought they shared the ball, they spread the floor, they shot it well. They were just so efficient offensively.
You're all over it, Steve. Everything you said is right on point. The way they moved the ball, they created so many high percentage shots.
All right, presented by State Farm, let's take a look at the Miami starting five. Clutch in a two-guard. Ray Allen and LeBron James the forwards. D-Wade out there with Haslem. And for Philadelphia, pairing up in the backcourt, Drew Holiday and Evan Turner. Darrell Wright is out there with Young, and it's Bynum in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin. Well, Doug Collins and I had a few minutes to catch up. The season series versus the Heat has not been a good one for them, as they've lost both prior meetings. He told me the key for them this time around would be to get at them early so they don't fall prey to being starstruck against the defending champions. He feels if they can do that, they can get their first win of the season against them. Gentlemen?
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Well, Dwayne Wade, maybe the league's best penetrator and finisher from that guard goal. Double team, triple team, doesn't matter. He just goes through your entire team and finds a way to finish at the rim.
Here's LeBron. Thaddeus Young picking up that last basket. Back to LeBron. Haslem a screen on Young. It's LeBron with the drive. The feed to Allen. And the shot is good. Allen's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, the other thing to me that sets D-Wade apart as a penetrator and scorer is that even though he can beat multiple defenders, he typically always has his head up. He's seeing what's in front of him. And he's excellent at finding teammates and setting them up for shots as well as getting his own.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
Ray Allen is on the wing. Here's Clutch. Takes the three. Gets it to go. Clutch has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
This has been the start that they had hoped for, coming out knocking down 4 of their first 5 shots.
Now here's Bynum. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
Well, he was such a presence in the lane. He had 3 blocks, but it was more than that. It was just his force. I think he altered several shots as well.
Tries again, and that one's good. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, it was such an exciting game, a great win, the kind of win that can really give you a boost of confidence.
Well, anytime you go out and beat a tough team in such dramatic fashion, I mean, that's the kind of win that can have carryover effect. All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
Now, here is Holiday. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. And Turner kicks to Bynum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Bynum's got his second basket of the game. Here's Clutch. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Wade, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
That's 4 of their last 5 buckets now coming in the paint area.
And they're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intentions.
Now here is Holiday, averaging 16 points a game. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's some real stylish basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between 2 teammates.
Here's Allen, following the basket by Darrell Wright. Kicks to Haslem. Over Bynum. Haslem can't get it to go. 76ers trailing. The Heat beat them last time when these 2 teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, they allowed far too many open looks in that game, guys.
Can't disagree with you there, Steve. I mean, that's exactly what did them in. They didn't apply nearly enough pressure on their shooters.
You know, most great teams are really built around 1 or 2 stars and then some role players surrounding that core. But the Sixers are different. They don't have a superstar. So they've played the last few years with a group of young guys who are athletic, who play together, who defend, and they try to get out and run. So for the most part, it's been pretty successful. But again, so tough to win in this league at a high level without a star.
The shot's good from LeBron. LeBron's now got his first points of the night.
You're going to have a heck of a time finding any flaws in his approach to the game offensively.
Now here's Turner. Tight defense on him. Here's Young. Releases from the wing and drills it. And there are a group of teams that have found success, Steve, like that. You know, you can point at teams like, say, Memphis and the Indiana Pacers. Clark, you know them. And certainly Clark, the 76ers along that same vein.
You know, Kevin, as Steve said, it's hard to win without a star, and you wonder if Philly will eventually shake things up to bring somebody in of that level. But I'm not quite sold on the fact that you can't do it at a high level with really good, cohesive players. And much like the Sixers, Grizzlies, Pacers, those teams have good young players, and I think they can be championship contenders if they keep developing.
And there's the call on Bynum. That is his first foul of the game. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Andrew Bynum. Joel Anthony's checked in for the Heat. Chalmers comes in for Ray Allen. Here's Clutch, guarded by Wright. Backing down is LeBron. Out to Wade. Shoots over Turner. That's good from Wade on the assist by LeBron. 6 points for Wade. A chance here to quickly focus on shooting guards around the NBA and see who the top assist men have been since the All-Star break. And you look at Clutch, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And with his skill as a distributor, he'd probably be just as comfortable at the point guard position as he is at his own spot, if they had to put him there.
Well, sometimes that need does arise, Steve, so they just plug him into that spot here and there. Certainly gives them some flexibility having him around.
Here's Hawes. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that's why you love this guy. I mean, tremendous work on the offensive boards. He just gets you second chance points.
Chalmers against Howard. That's good. Chalmers has got his first basket.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Ripped away. And here's the fast break. And here they go. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA.
Here's Heinrich. And it's Miami with the rebound.
Doug Collins, such a great coach, really has changed the foundation here in Philadelphia and also worked in the broadcasting business for many, many years. But that coaching bug has always been inside of him. Nice to see him go back to Philadelphia, the team that he played for in his career.
Philadelphia with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Here's Young. Rebounded by Battier. The Heat leading by 9. The drive by Allen. Out to Battier. Here's Clutch. Feeds it to Cole. Fires for 3. No luck. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And Coach Collins always prepared in the commentary booth and certainly very detail-minded as a head coach. It shows there's been very little separation. Having worked with him for 7 years as a broadcaster, I can tell you the same attention to detail was there on the air as it is on the sideline.
Yeah, no question. He's a demanding guy no matter what the forum is. He sweats out the details. And, you know, sometimes coaches like that can wear out their welcome with players. And I think that's the big question with Doug. He's so intense. You know, how long can he stay positive and stay comfortable in his role? He's kind of burned himself out in the past a few times, but I think as he's gotten older, he's mellowed some. He seems to be really enjoying himself in Philadelphia, and I hope that he can have a long run here.
Miami with the ball after Terrell Wright's miss. Bynum with the block. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Young's shot is off. The Heat leading by 11. Power down with both hands.
A lot of points for them here early in the first quarter. I mean, this could get ugly.
Yeah, they sure could. They're on quite a pace right now, and judging by their lead, this game could get out of hand in a hurry.
Here's Ivy. Passes it to Young. It's good from the top of the key.
Hasn't been the hot start he's wanted here. I mean, he's got a few to fall, but doesn't seem on target most of the time he fires.
Here's Clutch. He dishes it to Battier. Shot clock at 6. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Cole. And Wright pulls it down.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Young for 3. Again, Young missing. From half court, can't get it to go. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead.
20.
Heat lead by 11.
31.
And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
The newest 2K style magazine arriving in stores now. Clutch with top billing. A growing icon.
Welcome back. Holiday out there with Nick Young. Then it's Young. Then it's Terrell Wright. And it's Brown in the center, locking down the middle. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Earned the basket by Pippen.
Yeah, and the defense has to pick it up a little bit here. They're getting bullied inside, guys.
Yeah, they just have not competed well enough. I mean, they've not fought. You want to see fight and aggressiveness.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Hi, Kevin. Clutch in their last time out against the Hawks just played phenomenal. He ended with 41 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. He was tremendous. Clark, what a performance from a terrific player.
And, Kevin, this is what it means when you can be counted on. The kind of game he had is something he wants here tonight.
Yeah, it's so special to be able to come through under pressure in the biggest of moments, and that's exactly what he did.
He kicks it to Jones. Wade, left side. 5 to shoot. LeBron dishes to Jones. The drive by Wade. Jams it with authority.
Well, when you talk about players, Kevin, who can break down defenses off the dribble and create...
Here's Clutch. This is Chalmers up top. Here's Clutch, guarded by Wright. 4 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's LeBron, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the 76ers making a change here. Haas is checked in. Heinrich passes to Bynum. And Wright kicks to Bynum. Heinrich. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Clutch. Goes right up. And the layup falls. Clutch has got 13.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And, Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
And stolen by Chalmers. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And Wade slams it in.
They're playing well, guys. They're really starting to pull away.
Yep, here at the midway point, that's exactly what's happening.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Miami and checking out Philadelphia, just a few spots below there.
I think looking at the Sixers, they put together what I would call a dream season. I mean, they've elevated their play and have really become a team that makes it tough for everybody. They're a squad to be reckoned with, folks.
Well, Clark, the playoffs are going to be the real test for them. You know, sometimes for a team on the rise, they can get to the point where everything crashes down on them when the pressure arises. We'll see how they respond.
Turner. There's the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. LeBron is running. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And it's 8 points for LeBron. The 76ers shooting 41% for the game. There's a minute 34 left in the first half. Here's Turner to stop the drought. Here's Hawes. That's good. Hawes got 4 points in the quarter.
They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
Here's Chalmers. There's the block. And they'll keep possession. Here is Heinrich, looking for his first bucket of the game. 58 seconds left now here in the second. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's go now to the 2K leaderboard for a look at some players that have gotten only better as the season's gone on. The top scoring small forwards since the All-Star break. 5th on the list, LeBron James.
You know, a lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Steve, I'd say more than pretty good. Those are the guys that give opposing defenses nightmares on a regular basis.
Andrew Bynum's checked in for Philadelphia. And then for Miami, James Jones, who's checked in for Miller. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Mario Chalmers. This is to Jones. Here's Clutch. Pass to LeBron. A terrific shot on the turnaround. LeBron's now got 12.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
Heinrich dishes to Turner. There's the dish to Bynum. Brown. Lock at 6. There's the pass to Turner. With the clock winding down. Brown the pass to Bynum. Anthony with the block. Here's Clutch. The turnaround jumper. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
I think they're going to be able to see pretty clearly on the replay that the shot left his hands in time, guys. The evidence is right there.
Yeah, and this is a big call, guys. I mean, they're going to take a very close look at it, even if it seems clear-cut at first glance.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you've just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarters.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Heat running away with it. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. A critical time in the NBA season right now. The race for playoff positioning is on. Miami up on top against the 76ers in Philadelphia. They look to continue their winning streak. They're scoring effortlessly. The defense has been completely overmatched. Dwayne Wade on cruise control in this one against the 76ers. He's already notched 18 points and also has grabbed 5 boards. And no quit in the 76ers. They came to win. Tenacious offensive rebounding. Their second chance points are piling up. Andrew Bynum playing great through 2 quarters. He's got 10 points and not much to complain about with his shot selection either. A nice field goal percentage in the first half. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the third quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining me.
A great shot of the William Penn statue, 27 feet tall at the top of City Hall here in Philadelphia as we return.
Oh, man, what a play. And that's taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. He feeds it to Turner. That is good.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
He's shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Here's Clutch. Turner covering. And he slams it in one-handed.
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
Yeah, a breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
The jump hook, and it's Haslam with the rebound.
They continue to pull down misses, and that's how they're maintaining this lead.
Yeah, well, one and done is the recipe for continuing to hold on to a lead. You don't want to let the other team back in it by giving them extra possession.
Gets it to go. And it's now 22 points for Wade.
Now, the offensive efficiency has been really important. I think that's been the difference.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty simplistic, but it does oftentimes come down to this, making shots. And that's what they've done.
Holiday with it. Wade picks him up. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Miami with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road.
Yeah, there's no question for Milwaukee. I mean, that's a game they would really like to have.
And Wright kicks to Young. Working on Allen. Back to Wright. Now the feed to Holiday. 76ers moving the ball around. Over LeBron. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Yeah, just 1 for 4 here in the third quarter, so very slow start for this club.
You know, the Miami Heat are relatively young as a team in terms of NBA history. Joined the league in 1988, but really hit the ground running and have been a force in the East since they became part of the league.
Holiday left side. Young over Haslam. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kicks it to Haslam. And he drops it in from the low post. Haslam's got his 2nd basket. Well, you look at the Heat, you take away the first 3 years of the franchise as they were building from scratch since 1991. They have only missed the playoffs 5 times. Steve, I think that's an amazing stat.
Yeah, the franchise quickly came in and established itself way back as one of the tougher opponents to deal with in the East. They've done a nice job of establishing themselves as a model organization in the NBA over the years.
And it's the Heat with the ball. And here's Miami. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Clutch. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Feeds to Wade. That one goes. Count it. Wade's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, guys, Eric Spoelstra is really a young coach, but he's worked his way up from video coordinator to being one of the outstanding head coaches in the league. To be where he is, coaching one of the very elite teams in the NBA in Miami, you couldn't ask for a better position or a better opportunity. But I really have great respect and admiration for the way he's handled that and grown into that position. It's one of the better stories in the league in my mind.
Making it look easy out there.
Yeah, it's been a lopsided affair on the floor, guys, and on the scoreboard.
And Holiday kicks to Young. Back to Holiday with the runner. That's good. Holiday's got 6.
Well, you talk about the job that Eric Spoelstra has done for the Heat, Clark. A young coach, certainly, but he's earned the opportunity to coach this roster, and he's shown that he's up to the task. One of the brightest young coaches in the game.
LeBron dishes to Allen. Gets it to go.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Now Holiday, 6 points for him. From deep three-point range, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Kevin, let's check out how Miami stacked up in the league stats over the last month. Tops in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Count that one.
That's 5 straight hoops in the paint. What a fantastic job of attacking the rim.
Well, Steve, they're getting the looks that they want down there, so might as well keep going right at the rim. If there's no resistance, then make them pay.
High arcing shot. Young's shot is off.
And that's the way it's been. A big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one, they've done it, and it's paid off on the scoreboard in a big way.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Wade with the block.
Right now, he's in a bit of a funk. I look for them to look at other options on offense. Call it game time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You got to just shake your head on that one.
And the 76ers shooting a meager 37% for the game.
Dwayne Wade, a player who's dealt with some injuries over the years. Matter of fact, he deals with bad migraines from time to time. He actually looked into playing with tinted goggles to help with that, but the league wouldn't allow it. They said it would prevent defenders from seeing his eyes.
Here's Wade. He's got 24. LeBron outside. Here's Clutch. He passes to Wade. There's the bucket. Good. Wade's got 8 points in the quarter. And going back to Wade and those migraines you were talking about, Clark, the league said he couldn't wear tinted goggles. Might have been a stylish look, but Steve, they said that it was an unfair advantage.
That was a surprising ruling, Kevin. I'm not sure where the advantage would come. I guess because you can't see his eyes, that it would put the defender at a disadvantage. But still, you think they would give the guy a break with migraine headaches.
Here's Clutch. Turner covering. Passes it to Wade. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Having an efficient three-point attack. Very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. #1, the Heat. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
The shooting display with these two teams has been awesome. I mean, there are three-point shooters all over the floor.
And here's Holiday. He's got 6. Bynum inside. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Heat shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Here's Clutch. Turner covering. Easy shot, and it's good. 20 points for LeBron.
He's been so solid. You've got to keep him out there on the floor, really doing a nice job for the offense.
Right, the pass to Bynum. 76ers moving the ball around. Wade against Holiday. Back to Bynum. Shot clock at 5. Hit his leg. And the refs whistling a kick ball. And the 70s. .121 left to play here in the third. Heinrich with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And Holiday kicks to Hawes. Young, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
Wade up top, guarded by Heinrich. He dishes it to LeBron. The double clutch. That's blocked. He kicks to Chalmers. 6 to shoot. Down low. He goes up. And strong with the one-handed jam.
Pretty significant lapse there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones, you just can't allow that.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups defensively, you're in huge trouble.
The shot by Turner, no good.
Shot seems to be a little awry today, just off a fraction. They got to have him pick it up, though, and soon. What a play. No regular dunk there. A superb alley-oop.
And it was a great pass, too, to set him up.
No, those two have such a great feel for each other. They're just fun to watch play together.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Young against LeBron. Young dishes to Heinrich. Turner from about 16. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. Turner's got 4 this quarter. Here's Wade. The shot misses. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Heat out front, just dominating this one. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next.
Come out and join the crowd. Watch your Heat live and in person.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And now our sideline reporter Doris Burke has a report on our Sprite uncontainable game. Hi, Doris.
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Heat put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. They put together a very strong push as soon as the game tipped off, and they haven't let up once, as they've really put together the kind of game a coach dreams of as they head now to the 4th period.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the run Doris mentioned, guys, that was really a huge game changer here.
No question, Kevin. Probably the pivotal moment in the game so far, and I thought that really set the tone.
You know, one of the things that was interesting to me is you could see the body language of both teams change at that point. Obviously in different directions. Confident and assured on one side and a bit of chin in your chest on the other side.
They've got Bellinelli. Royal Ivy is out there with Heinrich. Then it's Kwame Brown, and it's Hawes in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now, here's Chalmers. Bellinelli is covering. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He's trying to get it going from outside.
Ivy with the bucket.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Here's Heinrich. Count the bucket.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
And guys, we know officiating the NBA game is really such a tough job. I don't envy those guys at all, and they're under more scrutiny than ever before now. All the clips are available online, and the league is really putting more energy than ever into getting the best out of the official.
Inside. Here's Cole. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Brown's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. We go back to the officiating and that balance between letting them play and whistling it tight. Nobody wants to watch guys shoot free throws all night. But, Steve, how do you prefer the game to be officiated?
Well, it's so difficult, Kevin. On one hand, the officials need to set the tone early and not let players foul each other all game. On the other hand, you know, you can't have 100 free throws shot in the game because, as you said, nobody wants to watch. So it's really a balancing act for the officials, and they have a terribly difficult job.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Lavoy Allen comes in for Spencer Hawes. And Nick Young is subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. Then for the Heat, Shane Battier is checked in for Joel Anthony. James Jones comes in for Norris Cole. And Mike Miller subbed in for Mario Chalmers. 76ers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's Ivy. Allen passes to Ivy. That's good.
And they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
To the paint. Here's Pittman. Again, the miss by the Heat. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Bellinelli. Gets an open look and hits. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Here's Clutch. Back to Miller. Battier outside. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to get back on.
Not stopping. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. Ivy kicks to Young. Allen up top. Dishes it to Bellinelli. Back to Allen. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Clutch. Pass to Battier. Battier left side. The dish to Miller. There's the screen. Drops in the layup for 2.
And guys, 10 of their last 12 points coming in the paint.
Yeah, I like their aggressiveness on offense, but the question is, where's the defense? They've got to put up some resistance here.
Here's Ivy. The pass to Bellinelli. Over Miller. Drills the baseline jumper.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
The Heat have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And stolen by Ivy. Back to Young. Good.
Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
Heat shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Clutch.
Well, one nice part of living in the information age, guys, is that you get a chance to easier test assumptions. And we've always thought that veteran experience was a huge key in the playoffs, and I still think that's a factor. But a recent study said that young teams aren't at as big a disadvantage. It's more about team continuity and chemistry. That's where the big advantage is.
Miller with the ball. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. He feeds it to Pittman, and that is good.
And another quick strike for them. No question which team is running the fast break better here today.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been lethal in transition, Steve. It's one of the reasons they're out in front.
You know, Clark, you were just talking about that study. Surprising that having playoff experience wasn't a big edge for teams. Your Indiana Pacers, the Philadelphia 76ers from last year in the playoffs. You know, interesting examples. Steve, what's your thought on that?
Well, I think what's important is for the coaching staffs to have experience. I think that's where playoff experience really comes in handy. The players gain a lot of experience right away their rookie years. They play so many games before the playoffs even come. So I think they adapt quickly to the postseason. For the coaches, it's a different game, and they have to adapt. That's why I think their own experience is very important.
The tray. That's good.
And the damage they're doing from three-point range here in the second half is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they're always a threat to spray home some threes now, but not like this.
There's the feed to Ivy. Heinrich outside. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And that one's good. The Heat have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Clutch.
Well, one of the rule changes that the league has implemented recently, one of the major issues was small market team owners feeling like they couldn't compete financially. They pushed for a harder cap, and it seems like the new rules are already reining in the big spending teams a little bit.
76ers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Ivy kicks to Allen. The shot from the low post is good. The Heat shooting a superb 63% from the field. And going back to the CBA's attempt to help smaller market teams, Steve, revenue sharing was also increased, which has been very beneficial.
Yeah, the total amount was actually quadrupled, which will play out over the course of the CBA. So the smaller market teams will get more help. And as the CBA goes on, the bigger market teams will be penalized more and more for exceeding that tax threshold. So it's going to be really interesting to watch it all unfold over the next few years.
Well, they are getting out rebounded here, and it's showing up on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, it's something they're going to have to improve upon if they're going to win this game.
The lift they've gotten from him today has been huge. I mean, he's been steady offensively and has helped them get out in front here so far.
Got that one up quick. Young's got 4 points in the quarter. The Heat have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Clutch. Battier outside. Here's Clutch. Kicks to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Miller outside. Three-pointer. Kirk Heinrich with the rebound.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Nick Young on the wing. Shoots the three. Again, Young missing. Heat shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Young against Miller. Battier outside. Nailed from three-point land. Battier's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, they gave him just a little bit too much breathing room there.
Again, Young missing.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Chalmers with it, and Young picks him up defensively. That's good.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Well, he's a shooter, and I think you have to watch for him to drift to that corner spot. That's his favorite spot on the floor. And anytime the offense is flowing, he'll just kind of drift out of sight into that corner, and if a teammate can find him, he'll knock it down.
Very true, Steve. I mean, he's also one of those guys who doesn't take long at all to get on a roll offensively. He's a fun player to watch when he gets hot.
They're taking it to the hoop strong now, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And, Steve, I love it. I mean, I like to see guys attacking the rim and taking it to the paint. It's fun basketball to watch. It's not for the faint of heart, though. You got to be a man to go in there strong.
Here's Miller.
This is a very interesting area, the topic of sleep science. We've talked about it before, and as the studies continue, the results just get more and more compelling. Researchers now say that athletes should get 9 to 10 hours of sleep a day. They say it improves reaction time, cognitive function, and releases natural growth hormones to improve recovery. So sleep in, young fellas, sleep in.
Heinrich kicks to Brown. Feeds to Young. No one near him. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
You talk about the need for good sleep. A study showed that Stanford players who got adequate sleep shot 9 percentage points better from three-point range and from the free throw line. Steve, Clark, I'm looking at you guys. You could have had monster numbers.
Hey, I tried to tell my wife all those years when we were raising young kids, honey, I need 9 to 10 hours of sleep tonight. You've got to be the one to get up and feed them.
Deflects the pass. Now the 76ers on the break. Heinrich's got the ball. Some solid defense from Battier.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And Chalmers kicks to Anthony. Here's Clutch. He passes it to Miller. Chalmers. With 1 on the clock, gets it to go.
Well, the outcome is not in question now. They've got it all wrapped up.
Agreed. I mean, they're just looking to simply run the clock out now.
Young from outside, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Not much doubt about that over-the-back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
And here is Chalmers. Passes it to Jones. He dishes it to Anthony. Here's Clutch. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Clutch.
You picked up 12 assists in this one. Any perspective on how you led the way with your assists?
Yeah, I was just playing within myself and following the flow of the offense. I know that my guys will be running their behinds off trying to get open, and it's my job to keep my head up and hit them when they get some space. So really, all the credit should go to them for how tirelessly they worked to create the chances that they did. For me, it was just more of holding on to the ball long enough for them to do their thing.